Chris Brown, Steve Tasker, joined now by Bills team reporter Maddy Glab, who is here for the second edition of the season of the Maddy Awards, which are presented by Energy Mark, the official energy supplier to the Buffalo Bills. And a wire-to-wire performance, Maddy. I'm expecting there to be several awards here today.
Oh, yeah, it was a fun game for Buffalo. Fun one to watch after we were sweating to the end of week one. This game, we're like, easy breezy, we got it. 2-0, let's go.
That's no blood pressure tests needed.
No.
That's right.
For this one. So let's begin
Very nice.
with the Revenge Game Award.
The revenge game, it's going to Buffalo's defense. Week one, not so great. Week two, much different for the defense. They had an aura about themselves where they were like, we will not be denied in this thing. Defensive end Joey Bosa forces a fumble early on, and the momentum was in Buffalo's court. They just allowed 154 total yards of offense to the Jets. That's the lowest amount on the road since 1990. A great game plan by defensive coordinator Bobby Babich. The defense was relentless. They were mean. You could tell they wanted it. I mean, Bills' backup quarterback Mitch Trubisky had more passing yards than the Jets' starting quarterback in Justin Fields, 32-27. It was all about the defense.
Yeah, and he only had one completion.
Yeah.
Fields had 3. So, yeah, all the positive vibes that the Jets had about their offense after scoring 32 points against Pittsburgh in week one was out the door by the end of the first quarter. It was abysmal.
Right. Yeah, it was awful. And it's a tough day in Florham Park today. We've been talking about it, and the Bills. While the old adage is it's never as good as it looks for the Bills on film when you study it and pull it apart, and it's never going to be as bad as it looked for the Jets. So, Bills on a short week. You just got to rebound and turn it around. Well, here we go.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
The Bow Down Award.
Bow down. We are all bowing down to Bills running back James Cook. Josh Allen told us how we need to treat James Cook after that 44-yard rushing touchdown. It cuts to a clip of Josh Allen on the game broadcast bowing down to his running back. James Cook was fantastic in this game. That 44-yard rushing touchdown that he had, the vision, the agility was elite. Who can see a hole like the one that he saw to take it 44 yards down the field? Finishes with 21 carries. That is a fat number for a Bills running back. 132 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. That says your offense trusts you to go out there, and he did a great job. Cook is a weapon that is tough to take down for opposing defenses.
Yeah, and they gave him a chance yesterday to get into a rhythm. I mean, it's not like they handed it to him, once every 20 plays. I mean, he got a workload yesterday, and running backs and offensive linemen love that stuff when, they can go out and go to work and push people around. It's much better than retreating in pass pro and even running routes for a running back. Man, give me the ball, don't throw it to me, and let me go do my thing. That had to be a lot of fun for those guys.
And his short touchdown run, I mentioned this on the radio broadcast because it was very reminiscent of his hand-down ball over the goal line extension in the AFC title game. He went back to that move in his bag of tricks and got it over the goal line on his first touchdown run, which was kind of cool to see that again.
He can have his way with an opposing defense. You see the way that he plays the game, and it's I'm gonna find a hole here and take it 44 yards, and then in the low red zone I'm just gonna bust through and find a way to score.
All right, then, the Happy-Go-Lucky Award.
Happy-go-lucky. That's defensive end Joey Bosa. No one is having more fun than new defensive end Joey Bosa. He forces a fumble early against the Jets, sets the tone. No defensive tackle in Ed Oliver in this one, so you're wondering who's going to step up on the defensive line. It was Joey Bosa from the jump. The pass rush was winning against the Jets. It was a game that you wanted to see out of the defensive line. In the locker room after the game, Bosa said, I'm just trying to have as much fun as possible, and it's obvious with the smile that you see on his face in the game.
He is loving it.
Yeah.
He is loving it.
Good for him, too, man. It's great to see.
I think he's very, very happy to be on this roster, and I think it inspires him to go play the kind of football we've seen him play each of the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He wants to be a part of the outcome. He wants to be a factor.
Yeah,
And he's been a factor.
I say it a lot. Most players, they just want a chance to help out, man. They just want to contribute. And I think he's like, just rub it on his face. He's like, come on, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean?
Give me some more.
I think he's really loving. I think he's really loving the vibe that
Like
the
he's
Bills.
sitting in front of a giant bowl of chocolate
It's a
pudding.
It's a week-to-week league. We'll see how it
Can't
keeps
lap
going.
it up fast enough.
Exactly.
There's
I think he's at a buffet and he's loving what he's eating.
There's also got to be something about, Joey Bosa has said, everybody's talking about the injuries that I've had. I know I've missed time, but when you're playing on a team like this that is, anybody can step up and have a game, it's got to be easier to come to work every single day. The bumps and bruises don't hurt as much when you're playing for a team with a great culture.
Joe Namath had a very famous quote back in the day. He said, when you win, nothing hurts.
Right.
I think a lot of football players would subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Maybe not Josh Allen, who's getting the Tough Guy Award.
Tough Guy Award is going to Josh Allen. Man, gets smacked in the nose mid-game, runs out. You see him gushing blood. 2 plays later, back in the game. No big deal. When you get hit in the nose like that, you are seeing stars. You're trying to remember, where am I? What's going on? When Josh Allen got hit, he didn't see stars. He saw his target, which was the Jets. He was like, I got to get back in there and go do my thing. I mean, who needs a nose? Josh Allen doesn't need a nose because he went in and completed the game.
Yeah, but you're right about seeing stars. I busted my nose one time, and I did see stars. I
Yeah.
did. I got an elbow right in the...
You
You
think
see
about
stars. It's jarring.
Yeah, well, you know how it is too. You get your eyes tear up. You can't see anything. You don't know how bad it is, and you can bet too that it was a big hit. It felt like it was a ball bat.
Well, he hit his helmet. It looked like on Osiris's knee as he was
Right.
trying to protect backside for
Ouch.
him. And
Nope.
his helmet, the chin strap slipped, so the brow of his helmet came down on his nose and crushed it.
Crush.
And you saw how swollen it was in the postgame.
Yep.
I mean, he that thing swelled up. I mean, he looked like he had a zucchini on the middle of his head there.
Yeah,
and it blew up fast.
Exactly. Yeah. He came out of it all right, and that injury led to the Clutch Award.
Yes, it did. Backup quarterback Mitch Trubisky, you are clutch. Josh Allen runs to the sidelines, and in 30 seconds, you are on the field dropping back to complete not just a 5-yard pass, a 32-yard pass to Joshua Palmer. It was epic. I mean, the sidelines went wild because that thing, it happened so quickly. It's like, okay, Josh Allen is out. In walks Mitch Trubisky. Oh, okay, Mitch Trubisky isn't just going to get the first down. He's going to get a big first down here. Kept the drive alive for Buffalo. When Josh came back in, struggling to complete passes, and they end up getting a field goal on that drive. But Mitch Trubisky, big part of that drive
No
there.
warm-ups either.
Yeah, it was an
Yes,
absolute.
no
He
warm-ups.
threw an absolute aspirin tablet. I mean, it was right on the money. He spun it,
It was
man.
nuts.
And you said it. Eric Wood, and you talked about it on the
Said it on the
broadcast.
broadcast, yeah.
Where usually, if you're going to come out as a quarterback, you take a knee and you take your time.
You let the trainers come out, so the
trainers come
backup
out,
guy
you make a
can
big
get
deal
one
out of
and
it,
throws in.
so that so
But
he
he
can
was
warm up.
gushing so much blood, he had to come off.
I think Josh was like, I got to get out.
Josh was like, I don't know what to do. I've never left a game before in my life. Like,
Right.
ah.
And Trubisky just rose to the occasion, and he put that ball right on Palmer, and that was a thing of beauty. It was only in there for 2 plays. Josh was back in, and
Well, fortunately, the quarter ended, which gave them even
Yeah,
more
that's
time.
true.
right.
And, he just came out with a piece of gauze stuffed up his nose, and he was okay. But
Presto
he even said
changeo.
in the post-game interview it was still bleeding on him a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you saw him on the sideline once the starters went out, and he had a towel and was wiping his nose, and there was still blood stains on
Yeah.
the towel.
Because he definitely, I think he busted his nose for sure. I don't think there's
Well, we'll see.
any doubt
There's
about
We'll all
this-
hear about it.
There's this clip. So after the Bills win a game, they do the
Big
tablet
dubs.
that
Big
they
dubs?
point out,
Oh,
the big
yeah.
dubs they place on their way to locker room, and the final clip of the big dubs video is just Josh like super zoomed in of his face, and he's looking at the camera, and he's looking at his nose, and he's looking at his nostrils, and then he just says, "Go Bills."
Yeah.
So you got to watch
Just
it if
checking
you
it out
haven't.
because
Yeah,
he hadn't
it's really
looked at
funny.
himself yet.
Yeah.
He's like, let's see, how bad does this
Yeah.
look? So that was pretty funny. All right, the Heating Up Award.
Heating up is going to the young Bills safety. Cole Bishop is making steps in the right direction. You want to see a young safety who's in a new position, first year as a starter in the league, game by game. What are we doing to improve? Cole Bishop did some things to improve against the Jets, has a sack, ties for the most tackles with 5, and you saw some fight and toughness in Bishop, which is what you want to see out of a safety. Yes, he gets called for unnecessary roughness on that play, but a play like that, you think, okay, it's in there, Cole.
Yeah, and he also had some pre-snap diagnosis that, again, I'll credit my broadcast partner, Eric Wood. He picked up on it. On the sack force fumble by Bosa, he was screaming at AJ, stay backside, because when this motion happens, he's going to roll out to your side, stay over there, contain, because it's coming your way. Just stay home.
Nice.
And that's kind of the pre-snap diagnosis stuff that defenses need from their safeties as well. So you could tell he was on top of his stuff this week. And Christian Benford with a nice performance as well on that back end, really locking up Garrett Wilson, who I think had, one reception in the game?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Christian Benford had a couple big plays. Trey White had a couple big plays as well. I was happy to see that tandem work together in their first game together this season. I know Trey White kind of didn't finish out the game, but you sit the starters with like 8 minutes left in that one. So it was nice to see some big plays, not just out of the defensive line, but out of your secondary as well. You mentioned the safeties diagnosing things. Well, Bills safeties have a lot of responsibilities on their play. Defensive coordinator Bobby Babich talks about it all the time. Our safeties have to do a lot more than your run-of-the-mill normal safety on a different team that doesn't play the type of defense we play.
Yeah, there's a lot in that, and you get the feeling with guys like Garrett Wilson's got one catch. They had to be heartbroken about the way they played offensively after watching the Bills get rung up for 40 points against the Baltimore Ravens. They've got to be, and then playing so well against Pittsburgh, they've got to be thinking, all right, let's go. We're gonna have a game here. And they just weren't. The Bills were not having it defensively. It was a different attitude and a different, obviously, result. I've said it. It was an old adage. They said, listen, in the NFL, you can stink 1 week, but you watch the film, you study it, you make a few corrections, and all of a sudden your weakness in 1 week goes to your strength in the next. And the Jets found that out in a big way against the Bills this week.
Yeah.
In a way they did not want to.
Yeah.
All right, the final Maddy Award is the I'm Back Award.
Bills wide receiver Elijah Moore is back. Good to see him getting used in a bunch of different ways in Buffalo's offense. New addition to the team this year. He goes out to have a 31-yard catch where he showcases some nice separation on that play, a rushing touchdown, all against the team who drafted him in the second round. Finishes it off with a backflip at the end of the game. What can't he do?
Yeah, he actually backflipped twice. He did it on first down, and then he did it again on third down, which was the last kneel down of the game. I almost want to talk to him this week because I wonder if he didn't see the clock correctly. So he thought first down was going to be the last play of the game, and then he was like, oh, we've got to kneel this down 2 more times because he's the guy in the safety position in the victory formation there doing the backflip at the end. So I got to see if he read the clock wrong there because he ended up having to do a second one
Maybe it's
on
just
the final kneel down.
Maybe
on third
every
down.
kneel down you do it.
The legs are fresh
can
if
do
you're
it,
doing
why not?
2 backflips at the
Yeah.
end of the game.
I know I can't do
You're
that.
feeling good.
So good for
I
him.
haven't done that in a long
Yeah,
time.
and you could see it.
You haven't done a backflip in a long time?
That's exactly right. I have not. I used to could.
You
You
used
used to could, yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
I used to could, but not those days
Wait,
are gone.
what? I never knew you could
Yeah.
do a backflip.
Oh, he was spring-loaded.
What?
He could
Did you
dunk a
do-
basketball.
Did you do gymnastics growing
No,
up?
I didn't do
No, he was
gymnastics.
just
I played
spring-loaded.
football.
Josh Allen did gymnastics growing up. Hey.
Matty,
He could reverse dunk a basketball.
I could slam dunk a basketball with 2
Okay,
hands behind
okay.
my head. Thank you.
I need to see this.
I look old
Spring-loaded.
and decrepit now. I get it. I get it.
He was
There
spring-loaded.
was a time when I was the guy, man. I'm not just as,
Fourth,
you know.
I mean-
4.3340 over here, man.
True. But I mean, a backflip is not something that every single NFL player can
No,
do.
it's not.
No.
You got to. All you got to do is a lot. Most of them probably could do it, but it's hard to learn. You know, it's scary to learn. And plus, you got to have some help, and you got to go through it, and then you got to want to. I mean,
Why
who
did you
cares?
decide I want to learn how to
I
do
did
a
in
backflip?
college.
Okay, you
I
did in
didn't
college.
I was impressing girls.
But you could see how
I was
excited,
impressing girls.
you could see how happy Elijah Moore was getting into the end
Yeah.
zone, especially against his former team. He launches the ball into
Yeah.
the stands like he was pumped.
Yeah, that was good to see.
And nice for Joe Brady to call his number, too.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Yeah, it was. Yes, and I think there's something in that as well. Yeah, this was from top to bottom of the roster and on the coaching staff. I thought they played not flawlessly because I haven't watched them, but they did everything they wanted to do and got it done in a big way. I thought the play calling and the way they handled the roster, who was playing at what time of the game, the way Trubisky came in, the guys who got rest, the play selection after the game was out of reach. Even the vibe of letting your offense just get first downs, They could have rung up a 50 burger on the Jets yesterday, I think.
But
And
they
said,
kept some stuff in the bag.
we're not going to do that. We got a game Thursday. I thought they handled this brilliantly.
Yeah.
Which that shows the matureness of your coaching staff to not, run up the scoreboard and think, we should save these players for Thursday. Let's sit them with 8 minutes to go, and we'll be fine and feeling great for a Thursday night matchup against the Dolphins.
Maddy, thanks for this edition of the Maddy Awards. I guess if we get another victory on Thursday, we see you Friday, or is it the following Monday?
Friday or Monday. Whatever's good with you guys is good with me.
We'll see where we can fit you in the schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you for this edition. We
Good stuff,
appreciate
Matt
it.
Girl.
Oh, yeah.